How many times have you told yourself you were going to change only to find yourself right back where you started? You feel the weight of that moment when you let yourself down again. The frustration of knowing you're capable of so much more, but somehow you just can't seem to make it happen. What's stopping you? What's keeping you from moving forward? It's not a lack of potential. It's not that you don't have what it takes. Deep down, you know you do. You've had those flashes of inspiration, those moments when you feel unstoppable, ready to conquer the world. But when it comes time to take action, something always seems to stand in your way. That's where most people give up. They think success is about luck or talent, and when it doesn't come easy, they quit. But what if I told you that the secret isn't about talent or luck at all? What if the answer was something much simpler yet far more powerful? Consistency. That's the missing piece. It's the quiet force that drives everything forward, even when you don't feel like it. It's the habit of showing up even when the motivation fades, even when things get tough. Consistency isn't glamorous. It doesn't get the applause. It doesn't even feel great at first. But over time, it builds something that nothing else can: results. You might be wondering, how do you stay consistent when the world around you keeps changing? When life throws challenges your way, or when the path to your dreams seems so long? It's simple. You just show up. You put one foot in front of the other, even when you don't see immediate results, even when it feels like you're not making progress. Because here's the truth. Every small action you take today is building the foundation for your future. It may not feel like it in the moment, but every decision, every step adds up. And when you commit to that daily grind, when you show up no matter what, you are laying the groundwork for a transformation that will surprise you. There's a reason why some people seem to make progress effortlessly while others struggle. It's not because they have it easier. It's because they've built the habit of consistency. They know that success isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. And each day they run that race, they get closer to the finish line. You can do the same. The power of consistency is available to you right now. It's not about perfection. It's about persistence. You don't need to get everything right today. You just need to keep showing up. The beauty of it is consistency will eventually take you places you never imagined. The real reward comes not in the end result, but in the person you become in the process. Every time you push yourself to be consistent, you build your confidence, your resilience, your strength. You prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever thought possible. And that's where true transformation begins. So if you're ready to stop wishing for change and start making it happen, stay with me. Let's dive deeper into how you can harness the power of consistency, how every small effort you make will bring you closer to the life you deserve. Because once you unlock this, everything else will fall into place. What if the real secret to success isn't about being motivated all the time, but about finding the strength to act even when you're not? Think about it. How often have you relied on motivation to get you through the day, only to find it fades as quickly as it came? The truth is, motivation is fleeting. Some days you'll feel on top of the world, ready to crush every goal in front of you. But other days, you'll feel exhausted, uninspired, and ready to give up. And that's when most people quit. They wait for motivation to strike, believing it's the spark they need to start. But here's the hard truth. Motivation is unreliable. And if you wait for it to show up, you'll never make the progress you want. What separates those who achieve their dreams from those who don't is something much deeper: discipline. Discipline is what keeps you going when motivation isn't there. It's the decision to take action no matter how you feel. It's waking up early when your bed feels like the only place you want to be. It's putting in the work when the world feels like it's against you. Discipline doesn't care about your mood, your energy levels, or your circumstances. It simply tells you to show up and do the work. And the more you commit to that, the more you realize that success is less about bursts of energy and more about doing the right things consistently over time. This is where real growth happens, when you learn to rely on your discipline, not your motivation. You can't depend on fleeting moments of excitement to build a future. You have to train yourself to do what needs to be done, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it. And it's not about pushing yourself to the point of burnout. It's about committing to your goals every single day, no matter how small the progress might seem. Every small action, no matter how insignificant it feels in the moment, is one step closer to the life you want. Over time, this consistency builds momentum, and momentum is the force that keeps you moving forward, even when your motivation has long since faded. Momentum makes it easier to stay on track because once you've built up a rhythm, it becomes part of your life. It's no longer about willpower or forcing yourself to do something you don't want to do. It's about showing up because that's who you've become. You've become someone who takes action, not just when you feel like it, but every day, regardless of the circumstances. The most successful people in the world didn't achieve their greatness through bursts of passion. They achieved it through relentless consistency. They kept going when others gave up. They didn't wait for a perfect moment. They made each moment perfect by taking action in it. They trusted the process, and that's why they succeeded. And you can do the same. It starts with a simple shift in mindset. You stop waiting for the right time, the right mood, or the right motivation. You realize that everything you need is already inside you. The strength to push through, the discipline to stay consistent, the courage to show up every day. It's all within you, waiting to be unleashed. When you commit to consistency, you're not just building habits. You're building the person you need to become to reach your full potential. And the more you build, the more you'll begin to see your life transform. The small wins start adding up. The little victories turn into major breakthroughs. You'll look back and realize that the only thing standing between you and your goals wasn't talent, luck, or circumstances. It was your ability to stay consistent. And once you master that, once you make consistency a part of who you are, you'll watch as everything else falls into place. The person you've always dreamed of becoming is waiting for you. All it takes is the courage to show up day after day, no matter what. The most powerful thing you can do for yourself right now is to stop doubting. Stop wondering if it's too late, or if you're not good enough, or if the dream is too big for you to handle. That voice of doubt is the same one that's kept you stuck, trapped in the same cycle of waiting for the right time. But here's the truth. There is no right time. The only time that matters is the time you take action, right now. The moment you decide to show up, even when doubt tells you to sit back and wait for a sign, that's when everything changes. It's not the waiting that will make you successful, it's the doing. It's the willingness to act in the face of uncertainty. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to know every single step of the journey. You just need to take the first step and then the next and the next. Success doesn't require perfection. It requires persistence. It requires you to keep going even when you feel like you're not making progress. And here's the beautiful part. Every action you take, no matter how small, is progress. Even on the days when you feel like you're moving at a crawl, you're still moving forward. And that is everything. When you're consistent, you're telling yourself that you believe in the process. You believe that even the smallest actions add up, that they will lead you to the transformation you're craving. So many people stop because they don't see immediate results. They think that if they don't get a big win right away, then they're not doing it right. But that's the trap. The results will come, but they don't come all at once. They come piece by piece, day by day, because consistency doesn't work in bursts. It works like slow, steady rain wearing down rock. You won't always see the change right away, but over time, the landscape of your life will shift. And when it does, you'll look back and realize that the small, consistent steps were the only reason you're standing where you are now. Stronger, wiser, and more confident than ever before. The moment you stop needing instant gratification is the moment you open yourself to true growth. We live in a world that rewards quick results, that tells us we should get everything we want immediately. But that's not how life works. The most meaningful achievements come from the long, quiet work that happens behind the scenes. It's the years of showing up even when nobody notices that build the foundation for greatness. The truth is, nobody who's ever achieved anything meaningful did it without putting in the work day after day, year after year. And that's what you're capable of too. You can build that same foundation for yourself, one small action at a time. And here's what happens when you keep showing up. You build trust in yourself. You start to believe in your ability to follow through. Every time you do what you said you would do, you prove to yourself that you are someone who can be relied on. That trust you build becomes the cornerstone of your self-confidence. The more you show up, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable, that you are worthy, that you have what it takes to succeed. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for the right feelings to come, because they may never come. But action is always available to you. It's always there waiting for you to decide to take it. And when you do, you begin the process of transformation. Every effort, no matter how small, is a step closer to becoming the person you've always wanted to be. It's the quiet, consistent steps you take that lead you to a life you never thought possible. Keep moving forward, and eventually you'll look back and realize that the journey itself was the reward. Keep going. You are so much closer than you think. There's a reason why we often fail to achieve what we set out to do. It's not because we lack the ability. It's not because the goal is too big, and it's certainly not because we don't deserve it. The reason we fail is because we give up too soon. We stop before we can see the results. We quit when the work starts to feel heavy, or we pull back when we hit that first obstacle. We mistake setbacks for signs that we're not capable. But in reality, setbacks are just part of the journey. They're not there to stop you. They're there to strengthen you. The true test is not what happens when things are easy. The true test is how you respond when things get hard. Every great achievement was built on overcoming challenge after challenge, and those who reached their goals didn't do so by avoiding obstacles. They did so by pushing through them. The key to this is knowing that no matter how hard it gets, no matter how long it takes, consistency will always lead you to where you need to go. You don't have to be perfect. You don't need to have every answer. You just need to keep going, even when it feels like nothing is working. The journey may not always be straight, but if you commit to the process, every step forward will bring you closer to your destination. The hardest part is often that moment when you feel like giving up, when doubt creeps in and whispers that you're not good enough, not capable enough, or that the goal is simply too far out of reach. It's in those moments that you must remind yourself why you started. It's in those moments that you must find the courage to keep pushing, to take that next step, to show up one more time. You will never know how close you are to success until you make it through that tough part, until you push past the point where most people turn around. It's in that struggle that transformation happens. Every small step you take when it feels impossible is a victory. Every time you show up, even when you don't want to, you're proving to yourself that you are stronger than your doubts, that you are willing to go further than you thought possible. This is how you build the momentum that will carry you through. You begin to realize that every time you overcome resistance, you become more of the person you want to be. You begin to understand that the discomfort, the struggle, the doubts, they are not enemies. They are signs that you are growing, that you are moving towards something greater than you've ever imagined. There will be days when it feels like you're stuck, when you can't see the progress you're making, when you feel exhausted and ready to give up. But remember this, success is not a straight line. It's not a quick fix or a sudden breakthrough. It's a process. And the more consistently you show up for that process, the more you will see your life change. The moments of doubt, the challenges, the mistakes, they're all part of your story. They're what make your eventual success so meaningful. When you stay consistent, when you refuse to back down no matter what, you're not just working toward your goal. You're changing who you are. You're building the person you need to be to achieve everything you want. And that transformation, that shift in identity, is what makes all the hard work worth it. Every challenge becomes a stepping stone. Every failure becomes a lesson. You begin to realize that the person who is capable of achieving great things is already inside you. You just have to trust the process and keep showing up. The rest will fall into place. Imagine how different your life could be if you simply stopped waiting for things to feel perfect. If you stopped holding yourself back because of what might happen or what could go wrong. What would it be like if you gave up the illusion that there's a better moment, a more ideal situation? You've been waiting for the right circumstances to start, but the truth is, there is no perfect moment. The perfect moment is the one you create by taking action, by showing up regardless of how you feel. This is where the magic happens, when you stop waiting and start doing. The world doesn't care if you feel ready. It doesn't wait for you to feel confident or for everything to line up perfectly. The world moves forward, and if you want to move with it, you have to step into the flow. And stepping into that flow isn't about waiting to be good enough. It's about showing up. It's about deciding that today you'll take another step forward, even if it feels small, even if you feel uncertain, even if you're scared. The action, not the waiting, is what creates the change. Every day you choose to act, regardless of the fear, doubt, or exhaustion, you're reshaping your future. You're creating a path that didn't exist before. You're taking something that seemed impossible and making it real. When you embrace consistency, you step away from the need for immediate results. You understand that success isn't a lightning bolt. It's a steady build. When you take consistent action, when you commit to the process, you are building your own momentum, and momentum is the force that drives you toward greatness. Yes, there will be times when it feels like nothing is working. You will question whether your efforts are paying off. You might feel like you're moving in slow motion or that you're stuck in the same place. But in those moments, remember this: progress isn't always visible. It's easy to see the results when they're right in front of you, but real growth happens quietly beneath the surface when no one's looking. It happens in the small decisions, the quiet moments when you push through. It's in the work you put in when you feel nothing is happening. That's where the foundation is laid. What you're building right now with every consistent action is something that will last. The effort may feel invisible at first, but it's compounding. And one day, when you least expect it, all of that quiet, consistent work will erupt into something bigger than you ever imagined. You won't just see the results. You'll feel them in every part of your life. You'll feel the growth in your confidence, in your strength, in your belief in yourself. You'll realize that all the struggles, the doubts, and the challenges were simply part of the process. They weren't there to stop you. They were there to shape you, to make you the person you need to become, to live the life you dream of. When you stay consistent, you stop seeing obstacles as roadblocks. You start to see them as opportunities to grow, to learn, and to become more resilient. Every time you push through a challenge, you're reinforcing the belief that you can handle whatever comes your way. Every day you show up is a declaration that you are worthy of your goals, that you are committed to your success. And the more you show up, the more that belief becomes a part of you. It becomes the core of who you are. You are capable of so much more than you realize, but you will never tap into that potential unless you commit to consistency. You'll never know how far you can go if you don't keep moving forward. It's not about having everything figured out. It's about trusting yourself enough to keep going, even when the path is unclear. When you keep showing up, no matter what, you create a life that is built on action, not waiting. And that life, the one you create through every consistent effort, will be the one you can be proud of. It will be the one that proves to you and to the world that you had everything inside you all along. Keep moving forward, keep showing up, and watch as everything falls into place. The truth is, the world will never make things easy for you. Life doesn't care whether or not you feel ready to face the challenges ahead. It doesn't stop just because you're tired or because the weight of your dreams feels too heavy. But here's the thing, that's exactly why your ability to stay consistent is so powerful. The world throws obstacles in your way not to stop you, but to test how badly you want it. And the moment you decide that nothing will stop you from moving forward, no matter the challenge, that's the moment you step into your full power. Consistency isn't just about showing up when it's convenient. It's about showing up when you're afraid, when you feel drained, when every part of you is screaming for rest. It's in those moments, the moments when you don't feel like it, that consistency becomes your greatest weapon. When you keep going, when you refuse to back down, you create a level of strength that you can't gain any other way. Those hard days, the days when you feel like quitting, are the days that shape you. They mold you into someone who isn't just wishing for success, but someone who is willing to fight for it, no matter what. There will be days when the world feels like it's pushing against you. You'll face rejection, you'll face failure, and sometimes you'll feel like all your efforts are for nothing. But each of those moments is not a signal to quit. They are opportunities to build your resilience, to prove to yourself that you are unbreakable. Each time you show up, even in the face of adversity, you are strengthening the foundation of your future. Every small step forward, no matter how hard it feels, is one more piece of the puzzle that will eventually come together. And when it does, you'll realize that those challenging moments were the turning points. They were the moments that led you to your breakthrough. When you stop waiting for things to be perfect, you start to realize that the magic doesn't happen in the absence of obstacles. It happens because of them. The obstacles become the training ground for your growth. Every setback, every failure, every mistake is a lesson that teaches you something you need to know. But you can't learn these lessons unless you keep showing up. You can't grow unless you keep moving forward. And in the process, you'll build a belief in yourself that no obstacle can shatter. You'll become someone who knows they can handle whatever life throws at them because you've already proven it to yourself time and time again. The more consistent you are, the more you'll see the power of compound growth. What starts as a small action will begin to multiply. The effort you put in today will pay off tomorrow. The person you are becoming will soon align with the dreams you've always held. Consistency at its core is not just about doing something over and over again. It's about shaping your identity. Each day you commit to your goals, you're telling yourself that you are worthy of them. You're telling the world that you are a person who does not back down, a person who is committed to success, no matter how long it takes. And that message is powerful. It changes the way you see yourself, and it changes the way others see you. You don't need to see immediate results. You don't need to know exactly when your hard work will pay off. All you need to do is show up every day, no matter what. Consistency doesn't require you to know everything. It just requires you to take one small action at a time. And when you do, you'll realize that each of those small actions is a victory. Each one is a step closer to the life you've always dreamed of. So the question isn't whether you will face challenges. You will. The question is whether you will keep moving forward when those challenges arise. Will you show up even when you feel like quitting? Will you keep going even when it seems like the world is against you? If you do, you will see that everything you've ever wanted is waiting for you on the other side of your persistence. Keep showing up, keep moving forward. Because when you do, everything will fall into place. The path to greatness is never clear, never smooth, and never easy. But that's exactly why it's worth pursuing. Every single person who has ever achieved something remarkable has walked through the fire. They faced pain, doubt, and setbacks, and yet they kept moving forward. They didn't wait for the perfect moment. They didn't wait for a clear path to appear. They simply acted. They kept showing up day after day, no matter how hard it got. And that is exactly what you need to do now. There are days when it feels like nothing is changing. You're putting in the work, but you're not seeing the results you thought you would. Those are the moments when it's hardest to stay consistent, when the doubt creeps in and whispers that it's not worth it. But this is where your growth happens. The transformation you're after doesn't happen when everything is perfect. It happens when you decide, against all odds, to keep going. It happens when you push through the frustration, the fatigue, and the fear. This is where the magic lies. In those moments when you feel like quitting but choose to press forward anyway. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, when success seems within reach. But true commitment comes when you keep going, when the finish line is still miles away, when every step feels like a struggle, when you can barely see any progress. That's when you need to show up the most. Because consistency isn't about riding the highs. It's about being willing to keep moving forward even when it feels like you're stuck. It's about trusting that your efforts are adding up even when you can't see the results yet. If you quit now, you'll never know what you were capable of. You'll never know how close you were to breaking through every day you choose to keep going. Even when it feels impossible, you're building the strength and resilience that will lead you to success. You're showing yourself that you have what it takes to overcome any challenge. It's not the perfect plan or the perfect strategy that will get you where you want to go. It's your consistency. It's your willingness to keep putting in the work even when it feels like nothing is happening. And that's the secret to success. It's not about having all the answers. It's not about knowing exactly how everything will unfold. It's about showing up every single day, no matter how hard it gets. It's about deciding that your dreams are worth the effort, that the life you want is worth fighting for. The more consistently you show up, the more you'll build your future. Each small effort you make, no matter how insignificant it seems in the moment, is a step toward your transformation. It's a step toward the life you've always wanted. You don't need to see the entire path ahead of you. You don't need to know how every chapter of your story will play out. All you need is to trust the process. Trust that if you keep showing up, even when you can't see immediate results, you will eventually get where you want to go. This isn't about making big leaps. It's about steady, consistent movement. Every small decision, every action you take compounds over time. And before you know it, you'll be looking back and marveling at how far you've come. The world doesn't reward those who give up at the first sign of difficulty. It rewards those who persevere, who keep pushing even when the odds are stacked against them. That's what you're doing right now, persevering. And the more you persevere, the more you grow, the stronger you become. You're building a foundation that will carry you through the toughest times. You're becoming someone who doesn't back down, someone who is relentless in the pursuit of their goals. So keep moving forward. Don't stop. Don't let the challenges stop you. Don't let the setbacks stop you. And don't let the doubt stop you. because every step you take is a step closer to your goal. Every time you show up, you prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving the life you want. And when you look back, you'll realize that your greatest strength wasn't in your ability to succeed instantly. It was in your ability to keep going no matter what. Keep going. Everything will fall into place, what you're doing right now. This journey you're on, the work, the effort, it's all a reflection of your inner strength. And you might not even realize it yet, but every moment you push through, every time you refuse to quit, you're proving to yourself just how powerful you truly are. The truth is, you are capable of far more than you give yourself credit for. The doubt you feel, the fear, the fatigue, they're not signs of weakness. They are signs that you are in the process of transformation. Every obstacle you face, every moment of discomfort is a signal that you are breaking old limitations and stepping into something greater. You have everything you need inside you. You've always had it. The strength to keep going, the courage to face the hard days, the belief in your own potential. It's all already there. But it's only through consistency that you'll unlock that power. It's not in waiting for the perfect time or hoping that things will magically get easier. It's in doing the work, even when it's hard, even when it feels like you're not getting anywhere. The magic is in the perseverance. The magic is in the moments when you feel like giving up, but you don't. You may not always feel like you're moving forward, but understand this: progress isn't always loud. It doesn't always announce itself with fireworks. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's barely noticeable, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. You're laying the groundwork for a future that will surprise you. The results may not be visible right now, but the seeds you're planting today will grow into something extraordinary tomorrow. Consistency is the water that nourishes those seeds. It's the quiet, daily action that shapes your success. You are in the process of becoming the person you've always wanted to be, and that person doesn't give up when things get hard. That person doesn't stop when the journey feels too long. That person is relentless. That person understands that every day, every small effort, every moment of action is building the foundation for a life that is aligned with their highest potential. And that person is you. You are capable of more than just getting by. You are capable of creating something extraordinary. But it requires that you stop holding back. It requires you to make the choice every single day to show up no matter what. The work may feel hard. The doubts may creep in. But the consistency, that daily commitment, will carry you through. You will look back one day and realize that every hard day, every struggle, every moment of doubt was part of what made you the person you are becoming. And that person will be unstoppable. So keep pushing, keep showing up even when you feel like it's not enough, even when the results aren't immediate, because the results will come. They always do. But they come to those who are willing to do the work, even when it seems invisible, even when it feels like no one is watching. Success is not a destination, it's a journey. And the consistency you show today will create the life you've always dreamed of tomorrow. There's no magic formula. There's no shortcut. There's just you showing up one step at a time. And as long as you keep moving forward, no matter how small the step, you will reach your destination. You will transform your life. You will unlock the greatness that's inside you. And when you look back, you'll realize that the journey itself, every step you took, every effort you made, every time you chose to keep going, was the reward. So don't stop now. Keep going. The life you're dreaming of is waiting for you just on the other side of your persistence. You are standing at the threshold of something incredible. But the truth is, you can only step into it if you keep moving forward. The temptation is always there to stop when things get difficult, to pause when the road gets rough. It's natural to want to take a break, to wait for a sign, or to believe that success will come only when you feel ready. But it doesn't work that way. Success doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It doesn't show up after the fear fades or the uncertainty clears. It comes to those who keep going, even when the path is unclear. It comes to those who push through the discomfort, the doubt, and the setbacks. Every moment you continue, every step you take forward, you're one step closer to the life you've always wanted. Every time you choose consistency over convenience, you're strengthening the foundation of your future. It may not feel like it now, but all of your efforts are stacking up. You are becoming stronger, more resilient, and more capable with every passing day. And the only way to realize the power of your consistency is to continue. Keep showing up, keep putting in the work even when you can't see the end. Because that's where the magic happens. When you stay on the path, when you refuse to turn back, when you trust that every action is bringing you closer to who you are meant to become, The struggle you face is not a punishment, it's part of your evolution. There is no growth without resistance. You will never know the full depth of your strength if you never face the challenge. The discomfort, the hard work, the obstacles, they are your teachers, your guides, your builders. And the more you embrace them, the more you'll see how much potential you have to rise above them. The struggle is not there to stop you, it's there to transform you. It's showing you exactly what you're capable of. But that transformation requires one thing: persistence. You can't wait for the struggle to end. You have to grow through it. You have to keep moving forward until one day you look back and realize that all of the things that once felt impossible are now part of your story. Understand this: success doesn't care how many times you fail. It doesn't care how many times you doubt yourself or how many moments you want to give up. Success only cares whether or not you continue. If you keep going, if you keep pushing through the uncertainty, you will eventually arrive at your destination. The journey might take longer than you thought. It might take more energy than you anticipated. But when you look back, you will see that the effort was worth every step. You will see that you were never as far from success as you thought. You just had to keep moving. And in doing so, you will find that you have already transformed into someone who is worthy of everything you've been working for. No one who has achieved greatness ever walked a straight line. No one who has created something extraordinary ever had an easy ride. The difference between those who succeed and those who fall short is not luck or talent. It's the willingness to stay consistent, to keep going when everything feels hard. Your dreams are not out of reach. You don't have to wait for things to fall into place. You just need to keep moving one step at a time. Your consistency will bring order to the chaos. Your perseverance will turn doubt into certainty. The power is in your hands right now. What's stopping you? What's holding you back from giving everything you have? There's no reason to wait any longer. The world is waiting for you to show up, and everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of your persistence. Every time you show up, you are one step closer to the life you've always dreamed of. Every time you continue, even when you don't feel like it, you are choosing your future, and your future is waiting for you to decide that it's time to claim it. The world is ready for what you have to offer. The question is, are you ready to keep going? Are you ready to let your consistency shape your success? Because everything will fall into place once you do. Keep going, keep showing up, and watch the impossible become your reality. There are moments when you'll feel like you've reached your limit, when the weight of everything you're carrying feels too heavy to bear. You'll wonder if it's worth it. You'll question if you have enough strength to keep going. But here's the truth you need to hear right now. You are far stronger than you think. The reason you're still standing, the reason you're still pushing forward is because you have an inner power that refuses to let you quit. It's not about how many times you fall or how many obstacles you face. It's about how many times you choose to rise, how many times you choose to move forward despite the doubt, despite the fear. That's where your true strength lies. You've already proven to yourself that you can handle more than you thought possible. Every time you keep going, even when you feel like giving up, you're building a foundation of resilience that no challenge can break. The fact that you're still here, still moving forward, proves that you have something special inside you. And it's not just about physical strength, it's the mental and emotional fortitude to keep showing up, to keep doing the work, even when the rewards aren't immediate. It's in those quiet, consistent actions that you're crafting the life you want. It's in those moments when the world seems silent, when no one else is watching, that you're becoming the person you need to be to achieve your goals. Consistency doesn't ask for grand gestures. It asks for your commitment, your determination, and your willingness to show up even when it feels like you're not getting anywhere. You won't always see instant results, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening. In fact, every small effort you make compounds over time. The work you're doing today is building momentum for tomorrow. Every action, no matter how small, is one more piece of the puzzle, one more step toward your transformation. You may not always see the results right away, but if you keep pushing, if you stay true to your vision, the pieces will begin to fall into place. The effort you're putting in now will soon reveal itself as the breakthrough you've been waiting for. There will be times when it feels like you're stuck, like nothing is changing. But let me tell you, those are the moments that matter most. It's easy to stay consistent when everything is going smoothly, when the results are visible and immediate. But true success is born in the moments when nothing seems to be working. It's in those times that your consistency will be tested. And it's in those times that your greatest growth will happen. You will be forced to dig deeper, to find strength you didn't know you had, to trust in the process even when it feels impossible. And when you do, you'll realize that you were never stuck at all. You were building something even stronger. Every day you show up is a victory. Every time you choose to keep going, you're one step closer to the person you've always wanted to become. And that person is already inside of you, waiting to be unleashed. Your dreams are not too big. They're not impossible. They are within your reach. But only if you stay consistent, only if you keep showing up, even on the tough days. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't talent or luck. It's persistence. It's the ability to keep moving forward when the road gets tough, and you have that ability. So when doubt creeps in, when the challenges seem insurmountable, when you feel like you're not making progress, remember this: you are. You are growing. You are becoming stronger. You are laying the foundation for a future that will surprise you. The consistency you show today will pay off tomorrow. The small steps you take will lead to big changes. And one day you'll look back and realize that everything you've been working toward has come to life. But you will only reach that moment if you keep going. You keep showing up no matter how difficult it gets. Because your success is built in the moments you continue, even when you can't see the result. Keep moving. Keep showing up. The life you want is waiting for you. Every time you feel like giving up, every time you question whether it's worth it, know that you are closer than you think. There is no magic moment where everything aligns perfectly. There is no secret shortcut, but there is power in showing up and putting one foot in front of the other day after day, even when the path seems unclear. What you're doing now is far more important than you realize. Every effort you make, no matter how small, is building momentum. Every time you resist the urge to quit, you are building your character, your strength, and your future. Your growth is happening in the quiet moments when no one is watching, when you keep going despite the challenges. The change you're working toward may not be obvious today, but trust me, it's happening. And one day, when you least expect it, you will look back and realize just how far you've come. Consistency doesn't look like instant results. It doesn't look like everything falling perfectly into place. Consistency is the steady, unwavering commitment to doing what needs to be done, even when the finish line seems out of reach. It's showing up every single day, even when you feel like you've given everything you have. Because it's not about waiting for everything to be perfect. It's about continuing, regardless of the obstacles, the fatigue, or the doubt. The results will come, but only if you continue. Only if you keep showing up, even on the days when the light feels dim. Every small action you take today is preparing you for something greater. It's planting seeds for a future you will one day step into. Every time you think about stopping, ask yourself, what would happen if I just kept going? The answer is simple. You will reach your goal. It might take longer than you expected, but every moment you keep pushing forward, you're making progress. You're building strength, resilience, and momentum that will carry you further than you can imagine. The effort you put in today will pay off tomorrow, even if you can't see it right now. It's in the persistence that success is born, and it's in the consistency that your true power is revealed. You might look at the person who's already where you want to be and think, they have something I don't. The truth is, they don't have anything more than you. They simply stayed consistent. They kept going when others stopped. They put in the work when it didn't feel good. They showed up when it was hard, and now they're reaping the benefits of their unwavering commitment. This is not about luck. It's not about talent. It's about consistency. It's about believing in your ability to keep going, no matter the setbacks, no matter how long it takes. Because when you keep going, when you don't give up, you give yourself the chance to succeed. There is no single defining moment that will make everything fall into place. It's the everyday effort, the constant striving, the commitment to doing what needs to be done even when you're tired or uncertain. This is the process, this is the journey, and it is one that is worth every step. The work you're doing right now, the commitment you're making, is preparing you for something bigger than you can imagine. It's not the loud moments that change your life. It's the quiet, consistent actions you take every single day. What you need, what you always needed, is within you. It's the strength to keep going when others give up. It's the courage to show up, even when you don't feel ready. And it's the belief that every small step forward is bringing you closer to the person you're meant to be. Keep going. Keep showing up. Because the future you're dreaming of is waiting for you on the other side of your consistency. The hardest part of this journey is the silence. The moments when you put in the work and see no immediate results, when the effort feels like it's going unnoticed, when doubt whispers in your ear, telling you it's all for nothing. But here's what you need to understand. That silence is the proving ground. It's in the quiet, unseen hours that you're building the foundation for everything that is to come. You may not see the growth now, but you are growing, you are changing. And in those moments when you feel like no one is watching, when you feel like no one cares, remember that what you're doing matters. It's preparing you for the breakthrough that's just around the corner. Consistency isn't about perfection. It's about doing the work, showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's about having the discipline to do what needs to be done, even when the path is unclear. It's about trusting the process, even when the results are invisible. The progress is there, quietly compounding, slowly but surely until one day it hits you. The person you've become is no longer the person you were yesterday. And that transformation will not come in a single moment. It will come over time, piece by piece, as you stay committed to your goals, even when the finish line feels miles away. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, when the success is right there in front of you. But the true test of your willpower is how you show up on the days when everything feels off, when you feel exhausted, when the road is long and the rewards seem far away. That's when you must dig deeper. That's when you must trust that the seeds you are planting today will grow, even if you don't see the first signs of life for a while. The effort you're putting in now, the sacrifices you're making, they're all laying the groundwork for your success. And even though you may not be able to see it yet, everything is falling into place. Every time you push past your limits, every time you keep moving forward when you don't want to, you're building a version of yourself that is unstoppable. The future you want isn't some far-off dream. It's the result of every choice you make today. You're becoming the person who will achieve those dreams. You're developing the skills, the mindset, and the resilience needed to turn your vision into reality. It's happening, even if it feels like you're not making progress. And the key to unlocking that future is simple: consistency. There will be moments when you feel discouraged, when it feels like everything is moving too slowly. But this is when you need to remember that consistency doesn't reward speed. It rewards persistence. It rewards the decision to keep going, even when you don't see immediate results. That's when you're truly building something valuable. So the next time doubt creeps in, the next time you feel like it's not worth it, remember that you are not just working for today. You're working for tomorrow. You're working for the future that is waiting for you. The future that you've already begun to create with every action, with every decision to keep going. You're not failing. You're learning. You're evolving. The journey you're on is molding you into the person you need to be to achieve the life you've always dreamed of. Keep moving forward, even when it doesn't feel easy, because every time you do, you are strengthening your resolve, sharpening your skills, and building the life you deserve. The key to success isn't waiting for things to align perfectly. It's continuing to move forward when things aren't perfect, when the path is unclear. It's the consistency that will ultimately get you where you need to go. And the more you commit to that, the closer you'll get to the life you've been working for. Keep showing up, keep pushing. And one day you'll look back and realize that the consistent steps you took, the days when you thought it wasn't worth it, were the exact moments that shaped your success. Keep going. You are closer than you think. When you feel like you've reached the end of your strength, when the weight of your efforts feels like too much to bear, remember this: the breakthrough is always closest when you feel like giving up. The darkest moments are often the moments right before everything changes. You're in a place where growth is happening, even if it's invisible to you. You may not feel it right now, but every effort you've put in, every step you've taken is contributing to something bigger than you can see. And in those moments when you feel like nothing is working, when you're exhausted and frustrated, remember that the only way you can fail is by quitting. If you keep going, you're already winning. Your progress doesn't always have to look like giant leaps forward. It doesn't always need to be a clear, fast-moving path. Sometimes it's the small, consistent actions that add up to the most powerful transformation. Every time you resist the urge to quit, every time you get up and face another day, you are building something much stronger than you realize. Consistency doesn't require big dramatic changes. It requires showing up day after day, even when it feels like the world is telling you to stop. And while you might not always see immediate results, every small, consistent effort you put in is compounding, building momentum that will push you forward. There will be days when you question if it's worth it. You will face setbacks, moments when you feel like you fail, and days when it feels like the dream you're chasing is slipping through your fingers. But here's what you need to understand. The work you're doing is never wasted. Every time you continue, despite the obstacles, you are proving to yourself that you have the strength to overcome anything. It's easy to quit when things get tough. It's easy to look at your setbacks and decide they define your future. But the truth is, setbacks are nothing more than opportunities in disguise. They're tests to see if you're really committed to the vision you've created. And every time you keep going, every time you choose to push through, you're proving that your dream is worth fighting for. What separates the dreamers from the achievers is simple: action. Dreaming without doing won't take you anywhere. But consistent action, even on the hardest days, will always take you further than you could ever imagine. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to keep moving forward, one step at a time. Every time you choose to act, even when it's hard, you're building momentum that will eventually lead you to your goal. The results will come. They always do. But the results are nothing more than the byproduct of your persistence, your commitment, and your consistency. You might feel like the finish line is miles away. You might wonder if you'll ever get there. But every step, every action is getting you closer. Even when you can't see it, even when it feels like nothing is changing, the reality is that you are transforming. Your consistency is a promise you're making to yourself, a promise that you're not giving up. And that promise is the key to your success. When you show up every day, no matter what, you prove to the world and to yourself that you will not be stopped. And that's what success is all about. It's about the willingness to keep going, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Because in those moments of doubt, when you want to stop, you're actually building the foundation for your future success. So take a moment to appreciate how far you've come, even if you don't feel like you've made any progress. Every effort you made, every ounce of energy you poured into your dream is shaping the person you're becoming. You're closer than you think. And if you keep going, if you stay consistent, you will soon look back and see that every moment you thought was a setback was actually a step forward. Keep moving. Your breakthrough is waiting for you on the other side of your consistency.